What's up guys, this is Weird94. I am bringing you Wizardry 5 for the, not the Super Nintendo, but the Super FAIMCOM, because this is a Japanese ROM, or I should say Japanese game, and the difference basically is because of Nintendo censorship. Gotta love that. So I pretty much made my party, pretty much the same party that did in the other version, but some noticeable differences. So first thing first, I have to go around, of course, get levels. So pretty much the explanation of the game before I continue. About the Japanese ROM, there is some censorship in the game. You can see there, some of the words say killed instead of destroyed, like we kill a slime or kill somebody. It will actually say killed, it doesn't say destroyed, which pretty much didn't make a lot of sense. And a couple of other things. I decided to go a little bit different. I used to play this game, oh god, quite a while ago when it first came out, but you can't rent it for one night or two nights. It's a very long game. A lot of puzzles in this particular version than the other version that I did a week or so ago. The mazes are indeed long. I won't say the mazes are long, but the dungeon can be rather complicated, and your characters have to be prepared, otherwise you'll be wiped pretty quickly. And brief explanation of my party. This time around, my second fighter, me, WRE, is a dwarven fighter. Pretty much one of the best fighters in the game. Pretty much everybody's stats, spells, and abilities are the same. However, this particular version, there's different spells in the game for pretty much the cleric class and also the mage class. You can summon, and a few other things. You can also levitate. You can go by those annoying pits. You also need a spell to progress further in the game. Some of the major differences in the game, there's actually hidden doors. There is no hint anywhere in the game or on the floors that you should search for hidden doors. There's also search for hidden items, which again, very necessary to win the game. What else is there? Yes, there's the thief, of course, my party has the ability to pick locked doors, which is necessary, but I find the pick mechanism not that good. But however, the spells in the game, much about the new spells for the mage, it's called Destro. It is pretty much destroys the door, and the best part is when you go back to town and go back to the same door in the dungeon, the door remains open. So that is a big benefit, especially if you want to conserve spells during the course of the game, because of course you need the buffs and you need those spells to go after certain creatures. And the creatures, you probably know some of the creatures here. I'm using the all-reliable Continual spell, but you can also stun the enemies as well. You can also silence them, which appeared in the other games, and a few other things as well, which I will show you in the videos, because again, it is indeed a long game. And I'll let you know as well, the money you get in the game is actually quite important, because not only that you need to bribe or buy certain items from the NPCs while you're going around in the cave, but you can also buy items from the NPCs, which I won't say is a necessity, but in floor 1, there is a certain person which I need to get the key from, which I probably will do for a while until you just see there's a subliminal hint there of what to do. And I'm not sure if you guys ever played the game or seen the videos online, but the hints in this game is rather vague. What I mean vague is not up. And you can see there is indeed darkness. So if you had the light spell, or in this case the Lamwaka spell, this spell will be gone. And you have to cast it once you are out of the darkness. And there's quite a few darkness in this particular runs. And you notice there's this. And you probably notice well, there's different traps when you're trying to open chests in the game. Some can be quite lethal, but they're pretty much the same thing. And there's the old motorhome there. And I also want you to know too as well that I'll be using save and load states because they will benefit me. And you notice there, okay, belt. I slide down the shaft. I'm going to level 2, which is not going to happen anytime soon, because I will get killed. So as you see there, I just load the state, and we'll continue our progress. But there is a way to actually disable that particular motor. You need to find the brass key, which you can unlock. In that, I believe, in that door to shop the motor, in which you need to progress through the hall to get a certain item. And of course, there's many other things. And you notice there it says, "Welcome to the heart of the Maelstrom." You'll find the story in the game here. Once you find a particular person, then you know, okay, so now I need what to do. And so forth there. So basically, at this point where you're just running around the dungeon, try to get XP, try to get gold, try to get items, then you meet particular characters, and once you meet this particular character, then you're okay, now I think I know what to do now. But I'll let you know, I believe there's 6 floors, and there's 3 optional floors that you don't need to go to. However, it's called level 777. Yeah, go figure. And you notice there, I can't pass this particular door unless I get the orb. And you'll need the orb not only to go through this door, but also you need it at the end of the dungeon. And not only that, too, the music ain't that half bad, but it's not the best. I found the graphics a little tainty. It could be a lot better for the Super FAIMCOM. Again, really no big differences in the graphics between the particular versions. And what's an interesting part is that the Japanese version, as I should say in the beginning of my video, actually has a hidden, wink wink, English. You know, a lot of this is English, but you have to set in the right settings before you start the game, otherwise it'd be a complete mess. And right now I'm having a little bit hard time there trying to kill some monsters, but it's reasonable at this point in time. And find lapis spine. And no, I don't want to be poisoned this particular time, because I don't have anything to cure me, and I'll pretty much downright kill my character because I have so few hit points. And you need one of the few new monsters, and there's a lot of them. I'm only level 1, but however, if I noticed while I was talking, some of the chests I picked up only gave me money, which again, very useful, but it's not giving me any items this time around while trying to upgrade. I'll have to use the money to upgrade up in the castle, and then do the course run, find better items during my dungeon time. And there's another menu a little bit harder. Actually, they look harder. And I'm gonna get 2 sleep spells there. And you notice there, also got my wizard. And I got killed there. That's not happening. I'm gonna try not to get killed as much during my runs, because deaths cost money, and there's also in the sub menu how many times to be killed. And of course, if you do try to resurrect from the enchanted temple there up at the castle, there's a good chance that they may not resurrect you. You'll be turned to ash, and you have another chance to be resurrected, which costs a lot more money. And of course, if they fail, you'll be lost, and nothing you see there but got killed there. You'll be lost forever, just like typical Wizardry games. I do believe this particular version, this is the last version before the new job set in. I believe it's in Wizardry 6, I'm not quite sure, because there's so many Wizardry games that are out there. So I mentioned at the beginning here, I'm just going around trying to get experience, trying to get my bearings. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the map that I found online, and you can see how the map is so big. And here is the map. As you can see here, I did not make this map. I actually found it online. I do like thank the person or people who actually made this map, because it is indeed complicated, and it does get complicated from here on out as you travel down, because you're unable to pretty much go over the entire map at one time. You have to pretty much go around, let's say, go down to level 4 in order to get to level 3, or I need a certain item to pass this particular door. So if you notice carefully at the bottom left-hand side of the map, where the arrow is sticking up, that's where I came from. The M is important places, or places that are very interesting to go to, at least in some cases. But the bottom right there of the map there, probably won't be going there for a while, because that's the map, or at least that's the stairway or slide to get you to the end game. So what I'm doing, basically, I'm just healing some party members, and right now in this particular setting, it looks like I may have enough experience to level, so I'm gonna go back to my castle and just double check. So, just like the other versions, and what you probably should do is that you want to make sure you have that's okay. So I just gained a couple of levels there, more like 3 levels. And being fighters, of course, you want to try to have the best possible hit points. So I'm trying to find some good rolls. If I don't find I have a good roll and some stats increases, I just pretty much lower my state, because you don't want to level up your fighters and just have, let's say, like 2 hit points, for example. So that's okay-ish, but I want something there that gives me quite a bit of hit points and quite a few spells. Usually when dealing with clerics and thieves, their hit points don't go up as much, despite their vitality. Okay, 13 is okay, and I find this particular version that clerics actually hit a little bit better, if not a lot better than thieves. So, and only that, my cleric is a gnome, so they're not the best fighters. And of course, my mages don't have the best hit points either. So what I'm going to do the run, I record a lot of footage. I'm not going to show you the whole footage, because that'll be, I don't know, really boring. And not only that, the good chunk of the run is pretty much getting levels, items. I'll try to get some of the most important items, because you don't have to get all the items in the game. A good chunk of it is pretty much getting some clues, getting some riddles, and trying to decipher the clues so you can get away from the next part. Level 5 is probably one of them. You don't have to do all level 5. Pretty much you just meet people, you go to this stupid maze, and you pretty much be stuck there. But it's a good point to get items such as this. I have about quite a bit of money, and you know, there's a lot of items in this game here. The hand axe is better than longsword, and speaking of that, which I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, when you make a character, you don't get money. You get weak equipable items. For example, my fighters got a longsword and leather armor. That's all they get. They don't get anything else. I believe my cleric gets a robe and staff, which is horrendous, so you can't do the little cheat that the other Wizardry games do. Sell their items, get the gold, put another gold, and so forth, so that way you can accumulate money. And the other side, of course, is your helmet. And the rainbows, I'm not going to too worried about that. The maid, of course, is your highest healing, heals everything. Yeah, that's... You can find all this stuff, of course, down the dungeons here. And of course, the target and heater's shield. And no, the heater shield does not heat you up. That would be stupid. And you got the hand axe. Hand axe actually, as I mentioned before, has higher power than the longsword. Don't ask why. And of course, clerics can only equip both type maces. They actually made big improvements on the equipment for the wizards. They equip better maces and equip better armor. I believe almost the same armor as the cleric. Almost, but not quite. But just enough to make it survivable. And you notice the top right side there is just called Swim. Swim, there's places in the game you can actually dive down, but you can die. You can't drown, but you can get an item which allows you to be safe going down like 13 depths. And there's quite a bit of swimming holes, and you actually need to swim. And to learn to swim, you actually have to start level 1 and just swim over and over and over until you get up a level. Then you swim down, up and down, which is boring and also get killed quite easily. But as I mentioned before, you can get an item which helps you safely go down. You can get gold, stats up, stats down, encounters, and among other things. So in this little spot here at the right hand side of the map, I found a locked door. However, for some reason my thief cannot pick the locked door. I'm not sure it's something to do with the level or just has horrible luck. Of course, my thief is pretty low level, as I mentioned. I'm trying to get after silver key. Technically you don't need the silver key at this point, but it's nice to have, but I have no idea why it won't work. I try and get everybody to pick it, and you know they have no tools, so I don't know how they're going to pick the door. And this ghostly figure here, I fought them earlier, which you didn't see. They actually give good XP. They don't hit that hard. Sadly, they don't drop any loot. They only drop money because, you know, undead. So in this part, I found another place that I can use my abilities to find hidden doors, and I did find a hidden door. So let's go check and see one side. There's actually a character at the end of the hall, and it's actually the infamous Laughing Kiddo. Yes, the Laughing Kiddo. He's the one that gave you hints if you give him money, I think. You can also fight him, but he pretty much will kick my ass. But I did understand that he does give a lot of experience points, but I'm not too worried at this point in time. And I know what he's going to say. So the NPCs in game, as mentioned before, will give you hints, but I already know majority of the hints. It's just pretty much when, not only when to get the hints, but when's a good time to, okay, so you give me this hint, so now it's time to do it. Because if I jump ahead too much, I will definitely get killed by the mini bosses, and there's indeed quite a bit of bosses in this game here which you need to retrieve the items, or just plain old defeat them because they're a bunch of dicks. And this particular section, I just defeated an enemy while going through this open room, and if you read the little description there, it's a stone altar, and guess what happens when I search it? Dun dun! Oh yeah, if you hit select, that's where you get to use item, search, and pick items, and that's the Orb of Lygayan. Very important item during the course of the game here. As mentioned earlier, you will need that to enter the door or temple. Wink wink, hush hush, and all that. So right now I got a lot of experience here. I'm just going to get my party members levels and hopefully get a few spells or two. And makes my run a little bit more survival than it was earlier here. So I'm actually going to stop the video. What I'm going to do next video is go to the temple with the new acquired orb, and perhaps I'll meet a person there that will tell me what the hell I'm going to do down here and stop the villain, perhaps. We'll just see. So I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I don't have to talk so much. Take care.